We're here with Jayden Scott. Jayden is our Vice President of Marketing for the Dalhousie Football Club, a new role this year. Jayden, welcome. You're from Calgary.
Yep. Snow, Texas. Snow, Texas.
Tell us about how you got involved with the Dalhousie Football Club and what you do for our program.
Yeah, absolutely. I think my journey I started as social media manager, and I think my journey with social media really started in my first co-op. It was there that I built our suite of social media platforms, and for the first time, and I just looked at it and I was like, this is something really fun. This is something that I really like to do. And I think social media is so amazing because for a new person in the industry like myself, it's really a no barriers entry. It's super, if a video doesn't work out, you don't lose anything other than the time you put into it, and there's no costs to starting up. So I think it's a wonderful thing. Over the summer, it was last summer towards the end, that I saw your guys' ad looking for a social media manager. Right. And I looked at it and I was like, that would be really, really fun to do. And then, a little bit later, many videos, many posts later, here we are. I'm now VP of Marketing, and dreams really do come true.
So one of the really cool things that happened this year was, I remember you texted me and say, I need to call you right away. I need to talk with you right away. We're getting monetized by Facebook. And I went, holy smokes. I said something a little different than that, but holy smokes. And I think our first thing was 11 cents.
Yep.
Then we got up to $1.20 or something like that, slowly but surely. But the mere fact that we were able to get that much traction with our social media. So give me a thumbnail sketch of where we're at today from where we were in September when you really started the whole adventure.
Yeah, I was so blessed starting out. I was handed basically already an amazing community of people and a ton of followers and everything, which was so wonderful. Last time, as I said, with my first co-op, we were really starting from scratch. Right. So it took me 2 months to get 35,000 impressions, which is something we can do weekly now, which is insane to me. We're working in hundreds of thousands of views here. And I just think it's so incredible. And I have never even considered, I got the notification for the fact that we could get monetized, and I said to myself, wow, we really must be doing, and that was on Facebook too, which frankly is, I would say, our worst platform. Right. So we've just done amazing things this year. I think what we've done is just really putting the pedal to the metal and putting out posts and putting out videos, and it's been so wonderful, and the community response has been amazing.
Well, and I think that you've had a very high level of engagement from the players and the coaches and all kinds of stuff.
It has been amazing to work with the players. They have been so welcoming and so kind. Every time I'm on the field, I try to go to as many events as possible, go to the field at practices to really build a repertoire and build our video log at the same time. And they've been wonderful. I think right off the bat, they saw what the vision was. They saw what it could become. And I think it's really easy to fall into that role of, the kid from corporate who puts a camera in your face. And I really have always tried to avoid that. And so I think, but it was so easy right off the bat. They just got it. And I mean, even from our very first video, which I remember so fondly, it was, what is your game day music choice, I think.
Yes.
And it just went great. It was amazing.
And a little bit of Taylor Swift added in for the fun.
I mean,
you're a Swiftie, right?
Anyone who knows me knows and has worked with me knows I'm a Class A troll. I'm here to...
Could you please grab the sweater? Today is actually Super Bowl Sunday, and Jayden selected this jersey.
I forgot to put it in the background.
For any of you Swifties out there, you know that the number 13 is very near and dear to Taylor Swift's heart and to Jayden's heart, obviously. So
yeah, I mean, I didn't have
so who should pick for the Super Bowl?
I mean, I hope the Chiefs continue to win. Honestly, I just need them to win so I can continue terrorizing.
Go
the coaches.
Niners. Okay. All right. So we've done really well this year. Yes. Content is really important. You need to feed the machine.
That's the thing.
That's the thing. So you're going to be going out on a major recruitment drive. What are the people that we need to come and join your team?
Yeah, we're looking to add a lot of different positions, which I think is fantastic. Really, I see us as the most comprehensive outside of the players and the coaches themselves. The most comprehensive department, I would say, in our team. And we touch on a ton of things. We touch on the website, which we'll get to that. We touch on social media, which I think we're most well known for. We do print advertising, as you saw in the background. And we put stuff off on the TVs in the Delplex. So really, there's a ton of different roles going on.
Right.
One of the first things that we're looking for next year is videographers, or people who are going to be taking video on the sidelines at the games and maybe at practices too. I think that's really important, not only to us to have the content for us, but also for the guys. We share it with them so that if they take their football career further than our program, or move, as the goal kind of is to get them to go into U Sports. As they move there, they need footage of them playing, so we get to share that with them. So we're looking for, I think, at least 2 videographers there. It's nothing fancy. You can do it with a phone. Like
well, pretty much everything you do is with a phone.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it's between a phone and a computer. It's nothing glamorous here,
right?
And we're not using anything fancy, which I think leads into our other roles. We need video editors. I think we work primarily in video. It gets us so many more views and clicks and everything. And we also need post editors. Right. So we're looking to really expand our team there. And we need someone dedicated to the website, I think, so that we can really keep it up and running with the blog posts and with the guys' profiles and whatnot.
Right. So do they have to be football people, or can they be novices?
To be honest, did not have a great understanding of football coming in to this season. I wouldn't really have considered I don't even really consider myself an amazing editor either. I think I just have some ideas and a passion and a drive, and that's really what we want to get from people. It's amazing if you have some experience coming into this with whatever department you might be in, but really what I'm just looking for is that passion and that drive, and I think you can learn anything if you have enough energy to do so. Right.
And Jayden, I'll say this, I think you put an exorbitant amount of time and effort into what you're doing. What kind of a commitment would you be looking for from those people that would come in as volunteers?
I'm known for being crazy. I mean,
I think everybody in the Dalhousie Football Club is crazy, to be honest with you.
Staying up super late, getting stuff done. We're not going to ask that of people because that's like just next level. I would say for the website people, we're just looking for you to be kind of regularly updating, but that'll depend on what's going on.
Right.
I would say I'm going to be the harshest probably on our video people because that's what I work in a lot. So for the people who are working in video, we'd like you to be able to commit to editing together 1 video per week. At least. We might ask for more, but you only have to do 1. And that, honestly, depending on the video, I mean, the shortest I've spent editing a video is 30 minutes to 45 minutes.
Yep.
And the longest I've spent, I think, was 4 hours for some of the really intense ones that required a lot of animation. So, I mean, I don't think that's unreasonable weekly to ask for just a couple hours of your time, I think.
Right.
And other than that, the videographers, they just need, if they're don't have another role with us, because that's something that you can easily combine, I think we're just going to ask them to come, obviously, to all the games and to video the guys, and that's a really easy role as well.
Right. And you're a non-football player on our football executive. You've been at all of the home games, and you've been at 2 of the away games. What's it like to be a part of the Dalhousie football program overall, and what's it like to be part of the Dalhousie football executive?
The executive team is amazing this year. The caliber of talent is so high. I mean, and just the commitment level. Everyone, as you heard in Dante's tackle talk, all the guys really want to play football. And I would say on ours, all of the executives really want to take this and make it the absolute most that it possibly can be. And I think we've done such an amazing job of that. We had a weekly meeting every single week, at least an hour, where everyone had so much energy, and we would fill up the time, every single time. And working with the guys.
And you brought cookies to most of the meetings, which is great.
You know, snacks. It's an old trick, don't be the kid from corporate. You have to bring something to bribe people. Food works.
Yeah, food works, especially with football players. You've learned.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. All right. So highlight of the year, and then we'll wrap it up.
Honestly, the highlight of the year, I think, this is going to be a controversial one, but was actually Hoko, I think.
Okay.
For me, everyone's going to expect I say the Taylor Swift video, but I think Hoko was one just time. The first week that we were advertising for Hoko,
yep,
we got like 60,000 views on Instagram.
Wow.
And I just said, oh my God, like that is doubling what I spent months getting before. And then the second week was even better. I think we got in the 70s.
Yeah.
And so for me, that was just a moment where it was like, oh, this is going to be big. So we just throw things at the wall, see what happens. And that's just what it's been for me. Our department is just experimental. We're seeing what works and we're
yep,
seeing what's good.
Right. And most of it's worked.
Thank goodness for that.
There you go.
We'll see.
Well, listen, Jayden, thank you for so much for spending the time, and thank you for all your commitment. Way
My
to go.
pleasure.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
So we're here today with Jayden, and I'm eating one of Jayden's cookies, which are unbelievable. This is part of the blooper reel.
They're definitely not boxed. They're not boxed.
They're not. They're not bought cookies. They're really, really good, and I'm going to have to go for a long run afterwards. Ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready, kid?
It is so wonderful. I mean, hilarious story. Part of the reason I applied was that I had some friends on the team,
yep,
and I met them all. I was working LMP front desk, I guess last fall, I would say, not the one that just passed, but the one before then. And I met a couple of the guys in the building, and I just it's boring to sit there. I mean, some of our shifts could be up to 12 hours. If it was a really bad day, which could be totally rough. So I really wanted to talk to people. And some of the guys who were the nicest just so happened to be on the football team. So I, sitting behind the desk, watched a couple of our games being live streamed.
Okay.
And that's really how it started out. What was the question again? I'm getting rambling. Oh my gosh.
What's it like to be? What's the culture of the team and the executive?